I don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
And good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the morning show live.
Yes, I would like to start off by saying I'm very sorry for Olga's family. Unfortunately, she's passed away. My condolences. She will be missed. That's it. I just want to say that fast.
Olga, the girl that you...
Yeah, in the chat. Yeah, she unfortunately passed away.
That's not true.
Not too long ago. Yeah.
She died in a gulag.
Yeah, she died putting in hard work.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate it. I'm George Santridos. As you know, you can follow my stuff at the Backstage Podcast or Just As Dads. We're produced today by the one and only Poseidon at Poseidon69. Everywhere you want to follow him, I guess.
Okay, let me do the fucking thing, bro. I am a Linktree / I am Poseidon for all my links.
Linktree.
Yes, George, do you have a website?
It's justasdads.ca.
Justasdads.ca. You go, you see all his podcasts. He's got his hit podcast, Just As Dads, and the Backstage Podcast, where he interviews politicians. And also, Phil is going to be balabanos.com. Is that correct?
We always fuck it up. Yeah, it is. It's balabanos.com.
That.
Phil has been sick. He's been sick for like 3 years.
He's always sick.
We can't figure out what he has. He can't figure out what he has.
Bro, honestly, I think it just his pussy hurts. That's it. As simple as that.
And panteliscomedy.com or patreon.com/Pantelis for all the beautiful stuff.
If you want to support the motherfucking nation, you get exclusive shit first. Patreon.com/Pantelis. You can go watch. I had my episode in bed with Poseidon. It was a good one. There was a lot of yelling. Very chaotic. If you like Two Bears, from what Alex says, Two Bears with Tom Segura and the other guy that takes off his shirt. I keep forgetting his name.
So Two Bears in a Cave or something. That's called whatever.
It's very, very chaotic. It's of that same essence. So if you like Two Bears, you're gonna like In Bed with Poseidon, featuring the distinguished gentleman. So go on over patreon.com. You also get exclusive shit first, obviously, like whatever, I have to say it, bro. The French cast and the Pantelis podcast.
Yeah, that other bullshit.
That's not a big deal, whatever.
Speaking of Patreon, Pantelis just released a mini documentary where he talks about his favorite soccer team. You can go check it out. It's really nice. I saw it. It's really well done. Nice little brief history of the soccer club that he is a fan of. Its evolution.
Very nice. Very cute little video.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's different. Cool. It's interesting to see Pantelis in that light.
Yeah. You know, the strangest thing to me was, like, you're preparing mentally to watch like a documentary kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you have Pantelis' voice coming in the background. Yeah, and it doesn't kind of match the documentary style.
We know him.
Yeah.
That's because we know him. We know him because we're expecting him to say a dick joke somewhere in there, but he didn't. That's why.
It was very serious. Yeah, no jokes there.
Also, if you guys didn't see it, we have another Views of a Fucking Simpleton that came out.
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube. The Boys in New York City. I don't know. I forgot the fucking name. Go watch it. It's very fun. Very fun. Also, Suwu.
What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Get on with the news, George.
We're gonna talk about New York. We'll wait for Pantelis to get here because he's late as always. But yeah, that was pretty exciting. I saw the.
I love how he's always criticized me of being late, and he's literally late.
Because he's the boss, bro. That's how it is. You work for him. It's not the other way around.
We work together.
Yeah, sure. But he is right though. I'm not so sure you know how to hold a fucking camera, bro. That thing was so shaky. I can't
Okay,
remember.
everyone can go fuck themselves. You fucking bastards. He took the shakiest footage on purpose. Some footage, you can't help but it be fucking shaky. Bro, I'm literally recording the fight. There's 1,000 people around me. Bro, I'm yelling.
Are you holding it with one hand, or have you strapped it on your tits?
I had to hold it with one hand because where we went to, they normally don't allow video cameras. Right?
That makes absolutely no sense, though.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because everyone has a fucking cell phone, dude. Today, everyone can film on their cell phone. What difference does it make?
But they won't let. I don't know, bro. I just didn't want to bring a whole rig in, so in case they don't fucking let me.
What about that chest strap there that you put it on your chest?
That's worse. Then it becomes wobbly when it goes with my walk. But bro, here's the thing, unless you get
a little joby stick.
No. Unless you get a fucking gimbal, I think that's what it's called. Unless you get a fucking rig that costs $5 to stabilize, it won't, because these
Was
cameras,
that a GoPro?
No, it was a Sony cam. But unless you get the gimbal thing that stabilizes, there's gonna be some footage that's shaky. People complain about it, but bro, it is what it is, bro. Enjoy the fucking footage. Stop bitching.
Yeah, a little hard to enjoy at some points, but it's okay.
Poseidon is a provolone, somebody wrote.
yeah, your shirt. Yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that because.
Hold on. Mark E goes, a gimbal is $150. Yeah, one that's gonna break after 2 months.
Yeah, but you don't need something fancy, bro. You just need something
not
just
fancy.
like
It's
so they won't
expensive
shake.
shit, bro.
No, I'm saying you don't need something fancy for that. Like you're not shooting a fucking promo video. You know, it's nothing professional. It's just the footage.
Fucking Sofian in the chat. I'm gonna throw him in the gulag.
Who are these people?
There are people who enjoy the show.
And we thank you for that, guys. Thank you for that. I don't even understand
except
why.
for Sofian, because Sofian is a beta.
I don't know.
Nothing more beta than going into live chats in the morning and calling other people beta.
It's okay. You know, I find it kind of fascinating because you have this event that is happening, and you're looking at the media over here in Quebec, and they're not mentioning anything about it.
They didn't say anything about the fight?
Aside from the sports journalists, you know, RDS and TSN and all that stuff, nobody fucking mentioned it. I mean, it's pretty big news, I think, no?
What is it?
Your boy that won down in New York?
Yeah, bro, they're a bunch of haters. They're a bunch of haters.
That's fucked up that they didn't post anything.
Anyways, we were talking about. I posted. So fuck 'em.
Obviously.
Meanwhile, a guy like Jean Pascal, fucking front page all the time.
What did he do?
I'm just saying in general.
Who's Jean Pascal?
He's the boxer, you know, the black boxer.
Oh, because that's because he's black. That's
no,
why.
I don't see color. That's why I didn't know. I thought it was just a man fighting other men.
Yeah, so we're talking about
Over a
his
parking
fucking.
spot.
We're talking about his video that sucked, but it gave us a little taste of.
It didn't suck.
Look,
Which
it wasn't.
How
Which
dare
video?
you? Bro, he's hating on your edits.
Are you hating on my video, bro?
Yeah,
No,
he's hating.
no.
Bro.
I did the best I could. It's fucked up,
exactly. I sympathize with him because he had to pick probably the best of whatever was available. No, but it's fine. Look, we got a little taste of what it was like for you guys, and it was a nice little gang. You guys went down there. It was a nice little group.
Yeah, bro. It was there was a lot more to it, but I just got the footage that he got. I used what I could. No, I mean like we did more stuff. It's just that he didn't get any footage or it was too shaky. So whatever I had, I think I made the best representation of our experience that I could have.
You have no choice for it to be shaky unless you get like a gimbal. Like you know those
Or
tripods?
someone that doesn't have early onset.
No. It's impossible for it to not be shaky.
I don't know, because like Chris Ramsey does a vlog.
Yeah, but he has probably a super expensive camera.
No, he has a Joby thing, and he fucking holds his camera.
Yeah. He just, if you see him,
But he stands in place,
if
right?
you see him, even when he walks around, you see him, he's very meticulous.
Well, then I gotta talk to Chris Ramsey.
No, you just have to try to hold straight. Dude, there's a difference between this and this.
I don't do that. I don't
like
do
it's
that.
a wand.
I don't do that.
Dude,
No,
let's
I
go
don't.
over
I'll
there.
tape you next time. Okay, I'll tape you next time.
All right, guys,
You
let's
do.
go over there, and then we're gonna go over there. Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'm holding a fucking camera.
I don't. Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God,
do.
bro.
You do. Anyone who's ever seen Poseidon, if you're in the chat, videotaping, like if you came to Bordello or whatever, what did you see? Just say it. Maybe he's like, no, he's super still. But I've seen him. It's like
You know what I do? Like I don't film a lot, but the few times that I have the Joby, the tripod, and I fold it outwards like the two sticks so I can hold it with my hands, and one of them I have it against my chest, so it becomes kind of like a bicycle, but it's against me.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's why I put it against my chest as well.
Yeah.
That footage is stable.
Anyway, put it on your forehead.
But he just doesn't like to use that footage.
You know what he said? He goes, they didn't allow you. They
It's
don't
not
allow.
stable. I can't use it. It's too shaky. Because if you do too much shaky, people look away.
It's not a problem,
So I
bro.
try to use
Look,
as much as-
it's constructive criticism.
Wait, why are you
That's what it is.
upset? I can't use.
Because
Hold on. I say I can't use footage that's shaky. And you go, oh, you get mad. If I put too much shaky footage, people won't keep
Nobody
watching.
will- nobody
They
will
get
watch, yeah.
dizzy.
It isn't
So I
all
use
shaky.
as much as I can. That's not shaky. That's what I do.
There's a ton of footage that was literally on the table.
That's unusable because I'm not gonna put a 40-minute conversation.
I
It's still a
understand.
vlog.
I
Like
understand.
you're like, bro, I put it on the table, I left it there. Why don't you use that? Like, use a bit. Use a bit of common sense. I can't use everything. I can't use a 40-minute conversation on the table. It's a vlog. So I
It
use the
wasn't
best I
40-minute
can. I
conversations.
use the
Whatever,
best I
you
can.
need a couple
That's
seconds.
not shaky. Yeah, you need a couple seconds. Everything that's not shaky.
You
So I
got
use the best I
you
can.
got to think of like scenes. You know,
Yeah,
okay,
that's it.
we're in a
That's all it is.
restaurant.
You don't
Let
have
me
to sit there for an hour.
Let me just
It's just a
yeah.
good little spot. Bam, I can use that. We go. Same. That's what Ramsey
was
doesn't
10
sit there
minutes.
all day. Ramsey does this. He's like, okay, I like that shot. He'll stay there maybe 30 seconds to make sure he has
Yeah, at
enough
most
to
a
edit.
minute. Yeah,
Yeah,
at
to make
most
sure he
a
has an
minute,
edit
two,
that's
whatever.
solid, and then he goes. That's all it is, and that's what all the vloggers do.
Yeah.
It's just you need just a solid,
Just enough so
but
you can
minute
take a
is
clip.
lot. A minute is already a lot. A minute would be too much. It would be amazing.
But
It's
at
a
least
lot.
you have
But don't
enough to
I
crop
know.
off.
But
know?
you don't need. It's not it's not excessive that you need. You just need a bit. Just don't overdo it. But it's just the shaky that I can. Everything else I could find a way to use it. But the shaky I can't because if there's too much shaky, people won't watch the rest of the video.
The only shakiness that was fucking acceptable and it was fun was when the guy punched him out. And it was, yeah,
but that was, bro, what do you want me to
have
do?
to know, but you need that.
He even told me, he goes, I don't think that, like, after it happens, like, I don't know what that was. I don't know if I'm thinking, like, I don't think I use that.
All you hear is
I
you
don't know.
yelling,
He didn't know
bro.
where, he didn't know where he was pointing.
Yeah. What were you
that I
yelling?
knew, but
Fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And he almost.
I'm just saying it's difficult. Like I'm carrying luggage as
Yeah,
well.
we're not saying it's easy.
Yeah. Look,
You're
it's
the-
gonna
you're the
take
one
some
who
time,
takes
you know.
everything
you-
we're just saying that it is what it is. No one's mad at you. You know how to use the camera. No one said
No,
that.
but
That's
not
in your head.
90%
All I'm saying
of the
is,
footage.
It is, dude. It's a fucking. Bro, you know what? I'm just gonna send you videos. I'm gonna send you videos that you've taken.
Just put it in the drive.
unedited.
Put it
I'm
in
gonna
the folder
put it
in
in
the
the drive
drive.
and look at it and then tell me. And especially, I'll send
From
you today.
Mike's night, I got a lot of good footage that it wasn't shaky.
That's good, but that's one day out of 365.
Two days.
And I haven't looked at
2
it.
days.
I don't know if it's.
You know what
I'm
you should
just
do?
saying,
You know what you
even if
should do?
that's
You
all
should-
straight. That would be 1 day or 2 days out of 365.
You should practice a little bit every day, maybe. Like
Yeah.
when you go to a shows or whatever, even if you don't need it, just take a little camera, backstage footage kind of thing, and just practice.
But
You know
yes,
what
he has a
helped?
good camera.
You know what helped? A gimbal. You know what a gimbal is?
You know
A
what?
gimbal.
A gimbal. Sorry.
Do you know what a gimbal is?
I've been mispronounced.
A Mexican. You know what a Mexican is? You mean a Mexican? Whatever.
I've been mispronouncing it. Yeah, but a gimbal.
Isn't that amazing
sorry,
when someone
a
has no
gimbal.
idea what they're saying and they're like, you know what I'm talking about?
I mispronounced it, bro. A gimbal would help a lot.
Get him one, man, and we'll see. What like if that doesn't work, then you know that's not the problem.
No, it's the problem initially was excitement. The problem initially
Yeah,
was
yeah.
with that, this and that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
now it's now he's overthinking it. Like he's like, oh, I don't want it to be shaky. So like he said, like I'll leave it on the table for a long time. But then you don't need that much
No, no.
footage anyway. So
No.
even if I get the first,
Think of scenes. Think
Yeah,
of
even
scenes.
if I-
30,
even-
40 seconds, and that's it.
like
you
at
know?
the table, if I use 20 seconds, I'm not gonna use the rest of the 3 minutes, right? Let's
Yeah.
say or 5 minutes, whatever. And then he's like, how come you didn't use the? But it's not. That's not what it is. A vlog, right? It's you cut. I'm not gonna sit there for a whole conversation. So it's a whole thing.
It was nice though, the cuts though.
Fucking Jorge.
Yeah, I tried my best, and it was good. It was good. We had like people got to see a lot of it. Plus
was a
the
lot of
camera.
fun.
How
The
many
camera-
people were
the
you? How
quality
many-
of the camera I really like. I
Yeah,
told
it's-
Poseidon that.
yeah, but were you filming in 60 frames?
Oh, I don't know what he said it to.
Because it looks like it was
No,
50.
no,
60.
no. I said it to. Oh, maybe. I think
You know
it's
that?
1080p
You know when it looks
60.
too fucking real?
Yeah, I think it was maybe
Yeah.
6, but I like it. I like.
You like 60 frames?
When it
just
looks
because,
too real.
Because I like the difference, the contrast of what it used to be, where it was a bit more grainy.
Yeah, to
I
me,
like this.
it fucks up with my eyes. I'm like, oh man, something, I don't know.
But I understand you because there's some stuff like some new TVs they have that movie mode or whatever.
Yeah, you know, like when
And
Blu-ray, when Blu-ray came
when
out,
it
it was
first
like,
came
what
out,
the
I
hell is
couldn't
this?
watch old like movies that I liked.
Yeah.
Like I remember Star Wars. We were at Alex's basement. He had a big TV that had that. And initially, he had gotten like one of the first ones that could do that, and we're all uncomfortable. Like we got to change the setting. It felt weird. It's like we've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
Now it looks like a different fucking
Yeah.
movie. The way it
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to get used to stuff.
How many guys were you?
28th.
No, not inside you. Like not lifetime inside you. That was 9. It was a crew of 9. But then when we went there, like Maxime Lapierre, like there's a lot of other people there that we saw. So, like, technically, the crew of Quebecers at the event was way bigger. George St. Pierre, like, there was a lot more people. But our crew that went down there, 9.
That's fun, man. It's a nice little group.
Yeah, it's fun to do with a lot of people. It's fun. It's all Mike. Mike's the one who brought everyone down there. Everyone's like, oh, that sounds like fun. It's like, oh, okay, you'll take it. Mike is what everyone said they would do if they would be successful and retire. Mike actually does it, and he's not retired, but he actually does. Like, I want to have fun with my friends. Like, he actually.
No, but think about it. If you had the means to do things that you always wanted to do, like, fuck it, let's go to I don't know, fly to Bahamas for the weekend.
100%.
You know what I mean? Let's go.
But that's why I'm happy, because he does shit like that. Like, that's how I want. If I become like that successful, that's the kind of shit I want to do, just randomly. Be like, bro, I don't know, you ever seen the pyramids, bro? Like I would love to do stupid shit.
What
like
are you doing this weekend? Let's go check him out and come back.
Yeah, I'd love to do shit like that. Yeah. There's something amazing
that's fun.
about that. Yeah. Plus, you're not gonna live forever, so enjoy. What
Exactly. Speaking of sports, let's just get that out of the
good
way.
show yesterday. Yeah. Thank you to everyone who showed up at the Bordel last night. Another fun English show. Poseidon did show up and then left because he was too tired, but he did show up. A lot of other people showed up too. It was a lot of fun. And tonight we are at the 3rd floor on Crescent Street for the first ever installment of Comfort Zone, which will also be streamed live on this YouTube channel. Poseidon, can you explain Comfort Zone? And also, no time is written anywhere. Like on the description, he has the photos.
Oh, he hasn't put a time.
He hasn't put a fucking time.
Okay, so it's at 8:30. It's at 8:30. It's at 8:30 p.m. Basically, it's comedians that are going to do sets, but they have conditions. They have to do something wacky while they're doing it.
Something hindering their set. So they have to do a set, but it's like, you have to do a set, but you got to wear a shock collar and we're going to shock you. Or you have to eat chicken wings.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Or you have to do, one of them was audience member goes up on stage and you have to do your whole set just to that one audience member.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, like awkward stuff, basically.
Who comes up with these themes?
I have no idea.
Josh does.
I'm a hired goon.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a panel, and then after they do their set, they're gonna talk about it. Like, how did you feel?
Okay, so it's not your thing. You're just streaming it on your channel.
No, it's my thing. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be one of the judges. I'm gonna be one of the panelists. So I'm gonna show up. There's Pantelis makes an appearance, is what they said. I'm gonna be there. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I hope it's gonna be fun.
I hope so too.
That's great. I'll check to see if I'm busy. Maybe I'll swing by, grab some shots.
On the way here, on the way here, I got a text message from Guido. He just sent me a screenshot of news update that he got, and he said
A nude?
A news update that he got. He said in Iran, a 27-year-old was shot and killed because he was celebrating the USA's win over Iran.
That's exactly what.
That's fucked up.
Iran, Iran football, baby.
But was this guy American?
No, I think he was an Iranian who was like, Iran lost because a lot of Iranians over there wanted the team, even though they wanted
they thought Iran was going to win the World Cup.
No, they wanted the team to lose to the USA just because they're mad at Iran, the government. So like they shouldn't have any joy.
But it's also
it's very weird.
It's also the symbolism behind it, right? Like the US.
The US beating them. Yeah.
Speaking of sports, fucking Canada, man. Really, I know they didn't advance the second second stage, but I was really impressed with their soccer. They played really good soccer.
The first game they played really good. Croatia.
Even the second one, the last one was disgusting. Oh no, they haven't played the third one. It was the second one.
The second one was Croatia.
Yeah, they didn't do good at all.
My boy Marco Livaja really gave it to them. You spilled your coffee.
No, bro, their fucking cups keep melting.
Yeah, I will say one thing about the U.S. Best coffee cups. Duncan's got that shit under control. Tim Hortons used flimsy, cheap shit.
Yeah.
So the Team Canada, I will say one thing. First game against Belgium, they should have won. They were robbed by the ref. Yeah. But what I didn't like about Canada, and this is I think it's a generational thing. Because there's a lot of younger people and they were okay with it, like on the team. We should address it. This young generation, I guess a little younger than me. You're a bunch of cocksuckers. Like, you need to learn respect. They don't have respect, and then that's why they lose focus because they don't have respect. And so Croatia was a finalist at the last World Cup. Okay, what did the coach say? And that's all anybody was talking to me at the airport. Do you remember at the airport we're going? Oh, do you hear Team Canada's coach? You're saying we're gonna Croatia. We're gonna fuck these people up. And this is like, this is the first time you make it here.
Yeah,
you've played one game and you lost. Shut the fuck up. Respect your opponent. Don't rile them up so they want to destroy you. And try to win. like this cocky kid. Fuck yeah. That's what you do to little kids that fucking yap like that. You smack them in the fucking face.
Like, I understand,
and that's what Croatia did.
But I understand a coach wanting to motivate his players. But there's other things.
Guys,
there's other things to
these
say.
These guys were the finalists last time. You have to play hard, beat them, show the world what you can do against the finalists. Not fuck them. We're gonna beat you. You guys are nothing. And are you fucking stupid? Why would you rile up a team? Why would you rile up a team that's better than you?
No, but this is the other thing I don't understand. Even if you told your team, let's go now and fuck Croatia.
You don't say that publicly.
Yeah, you don't say that publicly, man. You know?
Because in the dressing room, you should want to fuck the other team, obviously. But you don't go say, we're going to fuck these guys. These guys, who are these guys?
Yeah, just say we're focused on the next team now and we're really,
Especially on the international stage, you're a nobody.
Yeah.
You have to, like, you start your, like in comedy, you're an open mic rapper. You can't be as an open micer, go to be like, Mike Ward, who the fuck are you? Let me go on. No.
Yeah.
Like, anyways. So I don't like it when I was like, it's so stupid. And I felt it. When I heard that, this was like before the game. I remember when they were telling me that, I go, they're going to lose.
Yeah.
I knew it. I go, you can't, bro. Croatia's going to sit there and be like, yeah, Canada's going to talk shit about us. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And as soon as they started, I saw they started Livaja. I was like, he's going to fuck shit up. I know him well, bro. He played black for so many years. I know him. He's a monster.
I got excited though with that first goal. It was such a nice goal. And then it just got ruined. And tennis too, man. Canada made history. Winning the Davis Cup.
Yeah. Well, Canada. One guy made history. Tennis is a very lonely sport.
It is. So there you have it. Let's go on to some stuff happening in the news.
Balenciaga. Let's talk about Balenciaga.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yo. So it is fun, Poseidon, to see your favorite people, the extreme left.
My
Your
favorite
friends.
Bro, I've been people who who go on Ellen DeGeneres, like these kind of people, speaking out and being like, people have been trying to say this for years about children and the exploitation and these weirdos in Hollywood. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. People who have been saying that, you've been saying are crazy conspiracy theorists. But now that this came out and you can't hide it, like it's blatant, these ads, these weird fucking ads.
Well, tell everyone what's going on.
Now you're joining the side of it's wrong. We can't sexploit children. You've been doing it for years, and every time somebody says something, you call them conspiracy people.
So in case anyone's missed it, they put out a campaign. It's really, really disturbing,
bro. It's kind of awesome. Like it's kind of awesome at how crazy. That's what I mean. Like it's kind of awesome how blatant
they would
it is.
go there. Yeah.
The kids with BDSM fashion. If you look at the background, bro, they pulled some
Yeah,
Stanley
it's bad,
Kubrick
bro.
shit. Bro,
It's very
Satan
bad.
is in so many images. The drawings of Satan in the girl's room. It's so mental. I appreciate how far they took it. Like it wasn't like you're hanging out with those guys. It was, what are these N-bombs doing in my neighborhood? Like they went hardcore.
Like I understand, especially in the fashion industry, that you want to be controversial, you want to get the eyeballs towards you, like you want to create that buzz.
Yeah, but this
is next level shit, man. It's like, what are you doing? Where are you going?
What's causing a buzz nowadays? You know, people hate what?
pedophiles.
Adults banging kids. Really? Yeah, they don't like it.
And then the other thing you sent me, where after the outrage internationally, they're suing the fucking company. The production
Balenciaga
company.
is suing the two production companies that made it for them, and they're like, we were following orders and they approved everything. So Balenciaga is like, I hired you to do a job and you did it? Guess who's getting sued? Like, it's so stupid. It's so, I can't wait till the court, just when it's gonna be such a circus. Yeah, they told us to do this. And we did what they told us.
Look,
Why
sir,
would we-
we have an email here sent to us by Balenciaga with the plan and the photo
They
shoot.
fucked
and
one of those kids.
Yeah, the designer too. Did you see the design? But a lot of
crazy
the
bitch, yeah.
dude. But a lot of the she's posing as Ball.
Yeah.
Like holy shit, bro. Like I remember, at the beginning of the pandemic, the first in bed episodes when I started doing, I kind of delved into this that they all fucking fuck kids and they're all fucking
They're
devil
all
worship.
fuck kids.
Well, not all.
They
but-
mostly use them for what they like about kids. Truth be told, what they like about kids is what technically our society should like about children. Is they like umbilical cord stuff, placenta, foreskin. They like stem cells.
But all this
Keep-
devil
it's true.
shit that
Stem cell. You know who? This was fucking crazy. Me, I thought stem cells were gonna change everything. And the only people it seems that are really using stem cells are rich people to put fucking foreskin parts in their goddamn face so they look younger. Why are we using stem cells more often for people in?
It's expensive though. There was
yeah.
an episode on Rogan. They had a guy that was doing this sort of treatment.
Yeah.
And because I've been thinking about it for my shoulder, and I don't know. I don't know if they do it here in Canada, and if they do, how much it costs. But I've heard that it's really, really expensive for now.
Stem cells, yeah, they're very expensive. But I'm saying that's what they mostly do. It's not, they don't all bang kids. Some do, obviously, but the imagery.
That's because Planned Parenthood prices them very expensive, though.
They do. You know that they take the. Did you know that shit, bro? So 2 years ago, he brought this up on the podcast. Then I had asked Viva Fry, and I remember if he said it on the podcast. I think he said it on the podcast, and then off because he's like, yeah, because he's like, this is. He goes, this is, and he was showing me the stuff. He goes, but it just sounds so crazy. People are not ready to hear it yet. So the abortion, Planned Parenthood, they perform abortions in the States. Bro, you sign off, you get an abortion. The kid, they don't dispose of, they crunch them up and they sell the parts. The parts are worth a lot for stem cells, for this and that. They still, so, and they should inform the parents. They should inform the woman, hey, by the way, just so you know, we're breaking this kid off in pieces and we're selling it for this. But they don't. And it makes it weird.
It is
that
weird.
To me makes it fucking
super weird.
very, very weird. So anyway, so this was all, Poseidon brought this up to me years ago, and I go, bro, stop saying stupid TikTok conspiracies.
You can go old in bed episodes. I'm talking about like devil worshipping
bro,
stuff.
Shut the fuck
and
up.
people called me crazy.
Yeah,
They were
you're
laughing
so
at me.
stupid. So then when it started coming out, I was like, bro, is everything these lunatics have been saying real?
Yeah.
It's not, everything is not real, but this stuff is. That shit's real.
But it makes sense that it's high in demand. I mean, this is where medicine is going. I remember when we had both our girls, we kept their the blood cord,
Good.
whatever it's called there, and we're keeping them. I mean,
In case the girls need something in the future, they can.
but you can use it yourself
Yeah, I
too
heard
because
about
you're,
this.
You're genetically
yeah.
equal, but it's more of like, let's say your kid in the future.
You don't know where technology is going to advance, man. I don't know.
You know how
Something
now they're
happens.
growing body parts, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say in the future your kid loses a finger or back pain or there's some problems. They could use the stem cells. Right now, there's stuff that they could do. They do it in people's shoulders and backs to heal them.
Yeah.
But the way it's going, because they're testing it in lab, there's chances of actual limbs regrowing,
I heard
them
about
helping
this.
you regrow your hand or whatever. So they were telling people, hey, you should keep it, you should freeze
Yeah.
it, because the way we're going, your kid might not. There could be something that right now is life-threatening. That in 15 years
will be
is no
nothing.
longer life-threatening.
Exactly.
We're gonna take her own DNA, her own
Yeah.
and we're gonna rebuild that shit.
Yeah, no, it's
rebuild her heart that's been damaged because of XYZ thing. So the technology is amazing.
It's super good, and
It's the
I think
kidnapping and the
everyone should
rape
do
that's
it.
the problem.
I mean, we're paying
it's
$100 a year,
and
something
it's
like
the
that.
pushing,
120
and
to
it's the
store it.
pushing women to get abortions and that it's good in order to sell. That's
It's
fucked
Joker's
up.
birthday. Happy birthday, Joker.
Happy birthday, Joker.
He says it's the greatest day of his life because I said Poseidon was right
Yeah.
about all that crazy shit. Yeah, he's not right about a lot of crazy shit, but this stuff we confirmed it, and it was fucking shocking.
I'm like the Dollarama Alex Jones.
Yeah, Dalla Jones.
Dollar Jones.
Yeah, but the
People are gonna sue me for
Balenciaga thing is
$800 and it's
crazy.
gonna
Honestly,
bankrupt
I just don't fucking understand. Are they part of Adidas, Balenciaga, or
No, but it's the same designer. They were using the same designer. She's but I like the eccentric. Here's the thing. There's a fine line. Like growing up, I remember everyone, like I listened to a lot of heavy metal.
Yeah.
I like sorcery shit, like Magic the Gathering. Even.
Yeah.
It was sick. At one point, when I grew up, when I was too old in the sense that by the time I was playing Magic, it wasn't considered satanic anymore.
Yeah.
It was just nerds playing games. But before that, they went through a whole thing where churches, pastors, especially in the States, were like, this is, they're summoning demons, they're conjuring. They couldn't, it's true, they couldn't, it's like you represent a wizard and what you're doing here is you're playing spells. You're
Nah.
They couldn't separate role playing.
But that's not new, man. That's
not new.
been happening for years.
Same thing with heavy metal, like all that imagery. So
Dude, it's happened with authors,
But
with
that's what I'm
books.
saying. I'm all for her having satanic imagery.
Don't you remember? Sorry, don't you remember when the Da Vinci Code came out?
Yeah.
The Greek churches here were fucking.
Yeah,
what
they
is
were
these
up in
books?
arms.
Like what?
Yeah.
It's a fucking book.
And I was
dude.
like, it's fiction, guys. It's not real. Anyway, so I love.
But I feel like there's a way about like to go about it, like to put kids in BDSM.
I
and-
love the imagery of like satanic. I think that you can have a lot of fun with it.
100%.
But this was legit kids, and you know what's crazy is the girl. She had the guy. I showed you the screenshots of her Instagram before she went private or deleted or whatever.
She deleted everything.
Bro, I was like, holy fuck, this is weird. Paintings, bro. Of
This is who, the
kids
model,
tied
or-
up. Yeah, tied up. No, the stylist.
Oh.
The lady who. Kids tied up with their hands like on a board with their asses out, like tied up, blindfolded.
Yeah,
like
fucked up
crazy
shit,
shit,
bro.
And, like a while ago. And I was like, holy fucking shit. Okay, yeah, it's not satanic imagery. This is just like weird pedophilia kink shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
At the end of the day, though, like, okay, she can have whatever fetish she has. But isn't there some corporate responsibility on like what are you doing like as a company? How do you what are you doing?
Well,
how do you hire?
It's the company's fault. We hired them
Of
to
course,
do what we
that's
told
what
them
I'm
to do,
saying.
and they did it. They should have known better.
Nah, but yeah, she went into way fucked up territory. Like I love all
Kids.
that shit too. No,
Yeah, he loves kids.
No.
He protects. Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Whoa.
you bastard.
Whoa, what are you talking about, bro?
But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I love
incriminating.
that. The imagery, like you said, to use it for design and shit. Like I
Yeah,
think it's cool.
badass.
But when you incorporate kids, then I think you brought it way too far. Way too far.
Why do you say like I'm doing it? You're like, I think you brought it way too.
No,
You
but-
emphasize the you a little too much.
No, not like you,
No, fuck,
but
I am not
I mean
doing
the
this.
proverbial you.
If they asked me, I would have designed it differently.
Guys, I want to talk to you a little bit because we didn't have a show last week, and I mentioned this a little bit on my podcast because there's some fucking crap happening, and of course, when Justin Trudeau is involved, you know that there's something strange and weird all the time,
In the
right?
neighborhood, who you gonna call?
There was news last week that came out, and obviously it wasn't new. We knew about this since the early November, where the Chinese embassy in Ottawa, had created this interference committee, election interference committee, whatever, and they gave money to candidates in the 2019 election.
Oh,
So there was like this interference in the 2019
Sounds
election.
treasonous, but carry on.
And
super treasonous.
so I think it was global news that brought this out in the beginning of November. They had certain reports that were to that effect. Everyone was kind of pushing them aside, but then after that, they came out with more specific details that there were 11 candidates that got money. There were 13 staffers that got money.
Oh boy!
It was all this elaborate scheme that was created in 2019 from the embassy of China, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. And then obviously you go and they started digging in a little bit deeper, and they realized that Justin Trudeau had gotten intelligence reports back in January of this year to the effect that there was interference in the elections of 2019. So since January now of this year, we hadn't heard anything about this. Nothing. We just found out now in November.
So
now
let me
the
ask
funny
you.
thing in this situation is, and he's been getting drilled every day up on the hill.
That's true. Everybody hates you, but you still won.
From
And he's like, yeah,
yeah.
that's how I've been feeling. You know why that happened, right? The Chinese have interfered in our election. He's like, yeah, that does make sense. Everything's fitting into place now.
But the funny thing in this situation is that 2 weeks ago he was at the G20 meeting, and we all saw those clips where on the sidelines, the Chinese president was kind of scolding him, and he was upset because the details of their meeting that they had the day before was leaked in the
It was
media.
funny seeing him get yelled at. He's like, and he's like, I don't speak Mandarin or Canton. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, bro.
Yeah. I don't know what they've told you, but yeah.
Could you imagine the translator? The guy's all right, and then the translator says it calmly.
Yeah, that's how it was basically. So we find
ridiculous.
out like in that little exchange that the Chinese president was upset that the details of their meeting were leaked.
Rightfully so.
And the details, of course, and the details that were leaked was to the effect that Justin Trudeau was voicing his concerns to the Chinese president of these alleged interferences.
They're proven allegedly.
Interferences of China into Canada, and that was leaked.
What
And now they're
was he asking him? Hold on, what was he asking the president? Look, is this gonna come back to me?
Whatever. We don't know the details, but
okay, well, we don't know the
know that
details, okay.
they spoke about
Do you
Justin
think people can
Trudeau's
tell him full of
concern.
shit? Yeah.
We know that they spoke about his concerns about Chinese interference in Canada, and then they're asking him, "Were you aware of Chinese interference in Canada?" He goes, "I've never been briefed. No one has ever spoken to me about this." Blah blah. So the question now that everyone is asking is, dude, if you say that you've never been briefed, how the fuck are you going to this meeting, the G20 meeting, and you're having a meeting with a Chinese president during which we know you spoke about interference? What kind of interference are you talking about if you haven't been briefed on this topic already? Number one, he looks like an idiot. He looks like an imbecile.
Doesn't look like an imbecile. He looks like a disingenuous liar.
Yeah.
God damn, man.
He looks like an imbecile because he doesn't know what to say because he got caught.
Yeah.
And in those,
I'm not used to this.
but in the
These softball questions.
but in the report that was made public by Global, they know that these intelligence reports, it says that they briefed Justin Trudeau. Now, was it Justin Trudeau or his cabinet? We don't know, but they say that Justin Trudeau was briefed, and a couple unnamed cabinet ministers were also briefed. So
Unnamed.
here's the thing. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to Justin Trudeau that he didn't know. We know for sure that someone in his entourage got briefed, and his personnel, his staff, whatever. And we know that his ministers got briefed. Nobody fucking gave that information to Justin Trudeau. That's a little hard to believe, right? So in any case, I think he's full of shit. I think he knew about it.
He's full of shit, all right.
Oh, but I should have sent it to you so you can play it. There's a video going around of Poilievre yesterday just destroying him in the house, asking very specifically, were you briefed on interference? And the questions and the answers that he's given, and we've seen so many clips of this, right, where they keep nailing the same question and he keeps answering the exact same thing that isn't the answer.
Yeah, he's the
it's
best
so
of
fucking stupid.
But I've seen his fanboys on Twitter. Like there's this guy, this shill, Gerald Butts or whatever.
Jerry
Bro,
Butts was his
what a clown!
his deputy. He was his deputy chief of staff.
Bro, this guy's such a.
He no longer
dummy.
works for him, though.
He defends the indefensible, and then he posts Poilievre says there's problems. There's no problem in Canada, and he posts these weird statistics like, look at this index that came out. Canada, the freest country in the world, like on the list. Bro, I was looking at it with him, and I told him, I go, this guy is touting this index. The index is freest. We're talking about freest countries, right? You know who's on top of the US? Not only Canada, Australia, the UK, where you have to register your television sets and there's cameras. Bro, I'm like, is this guy insane? Like, who is looking at this like, yes, freedom, security. Like, how are these people this stupid? And this guy's just touting all this nonsense, like vitriol. Like, I see it. Anything Poilievre says is automatically the devil.
Yeah.
He's like, Paul is asking questions about China. Pfft, he's a fucking racist. No. He's asking questions about election interference. That's what we should all be fucking doing.
I love how they accuse Trump for all this shit.
They all do it, bro.
And then
these
they're the
fucking
ones that are
politicians do the
actually
same
guilty?
shit. Yeah, they all do it. They all do it.
You know, in that clip that I told you about, one of his answers
We literally
was,
have proof of foreign. This is. I don't think people realize how fucked up this actually is.
It's super fucked up.
Are you kidding me, man? Of course, man. It's a foreign country interfering in your domestic affairs. It's fucking,
I've a foreign country.
through the embassy. What is that?
They're our empire right now. Stop it. I've come to the conclusion. I've come to terms. I've told him that's why the last couple weeks I'm not as angry. People are stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna meet like-minded people. They watch the shows. They'll come out to shows. I'm at my fans, this and that, and I'm gonna be happy. And all these other people who just fall for it and they're just zombies and they go.
You just let them go.
What do you want me to do, bro? I tried my best.
Yeah.
I tried my best. What do you want me to do? You're fucking stupid.
In one of the answers that Trudeau gave to Poilievre, he's like, we had a committee that looked into the electoral process. We do that every election process, and the answers we got was that the elections were not tampered in any significant way. And Poilievre was like, "What do you mean significant way?
What does that mean?
Define significant."
Bro, the fucking bullshit that these people spew is on the fucking believable.
Speaking of the Chinese embassy, I don't know if you saw this news. It happened on Monday. The University of Ottawa had invited the Chinese ambassador to Canada to go and give a speech on commerce and international affairs and Canada's relations with China and so on and so forth. And everyone was invited, right? It's in the university. You know, the university that has to be the place where all these freedoms should be, demonstrated,
University
right?
is the
Freedom
place
of
to be,
freedom
my
of
friend,
speech and of everything. So everyone is invited. So the media shows up because of all the tension that is happening right now between China and Canada.
Yep.
And they kick out all the cameras. The journalists were allowed to stay, but their camera crews were not allowed to come in.
In their defense, very Chinese style. I like it. They're embracing other people's cultures.
And so the university now is under a lot of pressure to explain what the fuck are you guys doing? How does this happen? And there was obviously a lot of demonstrations happening outside the school because of China's treatment with the Uyghurs.
Whoa.
The what?
Whoa.
You better calm down, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And-
White rappers.
And so the university staff closed the fucking blinds so that they can't be seen, right?
This is great.
It's ridiculous.
Liberty, democracy. You don't need it.
No, but think about it.
what's
How
crazy to me, bro?
do you fold so easily?
It's so obvious.
Imagine I work with Consular Affairs China or whatever, and I organize this event, and you're in the university. Listen, sir, we don't want any cameras inside during the speech. And by the way, can we close the windows here? We don't want to see demonstrators. And you say, sure.
Makes perfect sense. I don't know what you're.
You know who I
you're
admire?
on about.
I was watching because this is obviously all over the news, and on RDI, on the French news channel, they have a segment. I think it's around 11 o'clock where they have former politicians and political staffers, and they comment. Okay, it's called Les Mordus de la Politique, and one of these guys is our friend Jimmy Soudas. So Jimmy Soudas, for those who don't know, was the right-hand man of Stephen Harper. He was his communications guy from the very beginning all the way.
Sometimes was even on the left hand.
Yeah, and
versatile.
And they're discussing this issue, and he gave this example of something that happened when he was working for Harper, and it was just so fucking hilarious. It was the time where
It was what?
It was hilarious.
Why do you say it like that? Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Hilarious. 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 What is it? Hilarious. Okay, anyways.
It's pronounced funny.
Yeah. Anyways, so he gave this example, and I find it so fucking incredibly funny. So it was a time where Hu Jintao, back then president of China, was visiting Canada for the very first time, and of course there were demonstrations all over the place. And so he goes, "It's the middle of the night. We're getting prepared for the conference that is going to happen the day after." And his personnel calls me, yelling at the phone, "You got to come to the hotel right now. We're not happy, blah, blah, blah."
About?
So he rushes to the hotel. He goes into the room. He's like, "What's going on?" He goes, "You see these fucking people downstairs demonstrating in front of the hotel? It's unacceptable. You know, the Chinese president can't even look out the window. He's seeing these demonstrators. You got to get rid of them." And he goes on, and he goes, and I said,
This is Canada.
"Yeah." No, but he didn't say anything. He goes, "You know what? I'll take care of it. Let me just take care of it." So he goes downstairs, he goes to the demonstrators, and he goes, "Listen, I'll give you guys two choices. Either you stay here and you demonstrate, okay, and maybe they'll call the police or whatever, or if you want, I can tell you exactly the location where his car is going to come out from tomorrow, the garage, the entrance of the garage to go to the conference, and you can head on over there, and for sure, 100% he will see you."
That's funny.
So they left. So they all left. He calls him and he's like, "Yeah, look, I took care of it. If you see there's no demonstrators." The next day, he gets a call again. He's like, "What the fuck? We can't come out of the parking garage. What's going on? These demonstrators?" And he goes, "And listen, you told me to get rid of them. It was your choice. I got rid of them yesterday. They're there today. What do you want me to do?" He's
good. I like him.
Funny.
Who was this?
This is Jimmy Soudas.
Yeah,
He
the
used to be
Greekster.
Oh, of course it's not Greeks and pulling this shit, bro. That's amazing.
This is fucking hilarious.
That's funny. I appreciate that. I appreciate this, man.
Yeah. Let's get to Quebec.
We're here.
Yeah, let's get to Quebec. So the Parliament opened yesterday after the elections on October 3rd. A couple issues that everybody was looking out for. The Parti Québécois, we spoke about this on the show. They refused to swear allegiance to the king.
Good.
In their swearing-in ceremony. I'm not going to get into this argument. I've voiced my opinion already on it.
Yes, you love the monarchy. Long
I
live
don't
the
love-
king.
I
Suck
don't- I do
Queen's
not.
balls. I know. I don't want to go
I
through
don't.
He wants to be knighted.
Yeah. And
I'll knight you.
right before the former Speaker of the House stepped down, because obviously he didn't run for re-election, and before the new mandate started, the last action that this guy took, he issued a statement saying that the MNAs that do not swear allegiance or that don't complete the
This is
oath.
Legault?
No, the former Speaker of the House
Okay, Speaker,
who controls the Parliament. He the last thing he did before this new mandate took place, he issued a statement saying that all MNAs that refuse to complete the oath ceremony as described in our rules and regulations cannot sit in the House. And he had even authorized the Sergeant at Arms to remove them from Parliament if ever they came in.
That's gay.
Whatever. That was honestly his last action as
What
the
a
Speaker of the House.
shill. What a monarch shill.
So this guy, look, there's a lot of things going around because he was elected under the banner of the CAC, and then he was nominated as a speaker. So everybody thinks, oh, there's politics behind this, blah blah blah. In any case, up until
Put
now,
morning colors on the lights, bro.
I did.
You always do.
Yeah,
No,
so-
I like the yellows and the oranges.
The yellows and the orange.
so up until now, that statement is still in effect. So yesterday, the Parliament opens. So the three MNAs that were elected from the PQ, they don't show up. They can't go in. Okay, so they start the
Did you
proceedings.
hear this, bro? Before they had shut down, now they restarted Parliament, Poseidon,
Yeah.
in Quebec. They said all the people that refused to swear allegiance to the king, when we restart again, not to be allowed in, and the security has the right to kick their asses out. These are
Out of our own.
Yeah, these are the people that you voted for, bro. So everyone was talking about Quebec this, Quebec that, bro. These politicians are not for Quebec. They lie that they're for Quebec. They're not for Quebec. They're for whoever fucking feeds them.
Anyway, so
And you know
now
who's feeding them?
So now that this is the issue now.
The monarchs.
This is the big question mark now. So they didn't show up yesterday. They respected that statement, that rule, whatever that was said, and they came out and said on Thursday we're walking into the parliament. We hope that we won't be escorted out. We are asking the new speaker, Nathalie Roy, who just got nominated as the Speaker of the House. We're asking her now that she's in charge to remove the decision that was made by by the former Speaker of the House and to let us sit in the House. Is she going to do that? Is she not going to do that? I don't know. I have a feeling that she probably won't.
We'll find out tomorrow.
That's happening tomorrow.
That's fucking. Come on, guys.
Do you want an item?
No, maybe after.
Because I'm ready. I have the song ready and everything.
No, I'll night him in a bit. We're still on this.
So that's gonna be interesting. This has never happened before. I've never seen a situation where an MNA has been asked to leave. It's probably happened in the past. I mean, we probably weren't born, but for all the history buffs there, you can look into it and see when the last time an MNA was kicked out of the parliament. But this is fucking crazy. Now, my opinion, and I've said it, rules are rules. They need to be changed. I agree. I don't necessarily agree with the swearing-in ceremony or the swearing allegiance to the king. But if you need to change them, you need to sit in the House. And to sit in the House, you need to follow the rules that are in place. So do it, shut your mouth, and then go change the rules if you want. And in fact...
That's what you should have told women when they couldn't vote.
No, but I mean, make the change happen and then do what you want. And in fact, there's a
they're trying to make the change happen. Like, look at how ridiculous this is. If we follow this, then Parliament isn't working. Half of us can't be here.
No, they applied the pressure. The government agreed to table a bill. Now, the first thing they're going to do while they're going in is to table a bill to change this.
Okay.
And they want to get it passed as soon as possible, hopefully before they close for Christmas.
Nice.
Okay, so
to get it out.
To make it optional.
Okay, to make it optional. But you know what sucks is that we're going to make it optional. But before we do... Suck the dick one more time. Just suck it one more time. I hate that shit, bro. It's very pimp-esque. Let's knight this bitch.
What am I? What's happening now?
I'm knighting you so that you don't need to suck the teat of the queen anymore. You will already be a knight. All right. Then I will unstring this.
What do? I'm being officially...
Put your head down. As the leader, the fearless leader of the Pantelis Comedy Nation, I knight thee, Sir George, master of the fake news arts. George, we expect you.
An honor.
We expect you to do an honorable job reporting all the fake news from the world for our great production company over here.
An honor and a privilege.
Yes. Sir George.
Sire.
Sir George talks a lot. You're a knight.
It's a nice little knife.
Yeah.
The sword. So we're gonna see what happens on Thursday, and there you have it. In other news, also at the National Assembly, do you remember Éric Duhem, your boy that was?
We used to date.
Yeah. You guys stayed. So, leader of the Conservative Party of Quebec did a fantastic campaign.
I thought he lost. He got zero. He lost everything.
Yeah, he got zero. But if you look
impressive. Let's be honest. That's impressive.
No. What's impressive is that he brought the party from like literally non-existence. They would get like maybe 1.2, 1.3% of the vote to close to 13%.
Oh, okay, that is impressive.
No. The guy, record number of members, financing. He did a fantastic job.
Yeah. Then our system doesn't work well since he got nothing.
He didn't get elected, and he's been, banging on the fact that. Listen, I got close to 13%. The Liberals got 14. We were only a point difference.
Oh, is that it?
They got 21 MNAs and we got 0. Obviously, the electoral system needs to change, but that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other thing.
But there's more than 500,000 people that voted for us.
Oh, shit.
And he says, I deserve, as the leader of this party that has, this significant support, to have an office in the National Assembly and to be able to conduct press conferences and to have access to the media in Parliament.
Oh, you got me now. Now I'm stumped.
This is a big debate.
Oh, fuck.
And the thing is this. Listen, you got your support. But again, it comes back to what rules are in place. You got 0 people elected. Why the fuck would you have access to the Parliament?
Because 500,000 people. I'm with you. I'm torn. Because I was like, you got 0. That's the rules, But then I'm like, fuck. But basically, the same amount of people that voted for you voted for the Liberals.
Oh, no, like about 100,000 less.
Oh, okay, bro.
But still,
that's significant.
No, 500,000 is a significant number. I get it.
Yeah, there's a gray area that we should look into, like a compromise. I don't know what it is, but it's not as easy as I first thought. I first thought, like, shut the fuck up. But now I'm like,
Look,
I
there's
get it.
there's certain arguments that are in his
There should
favor.
be representation.
Look,
and
this-
he's representing 500,000 people. He should be represented. What do you want, Poseidon?
By the way, funny shit in the chat. Oh, never mind. I thought it was the same person. Sorry.
Fucking guy.
Never mind. Go on.
Fucking
Go on. I'm
so
sorry.
anyway, look, there are certain arguments in his favor. One, the fact that he does have close to the vote percentage of the other parties in opposition. Unfortunately, he got 0 because of the distribution of his electorate. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, listen, you want a fucking office, rent an office space nearby the parliament, and what difference does it make? Why do you need to have an office
It
in the
makes a
parliament?
difference. No one's gonna take him
Nah,
serious.
fuck, whatever.
You know
And
it
then
makes
you want to be able to convene the media. You're not elected, buddy. Like what are you gonna do? The media's not gonna come and see you. Or if you want, do your press conferences right in front of the parliament.
Are you
and then
allowed?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Sure, you convene a.
Poseidon,
Yes.
get this set up.
Yeah,
Press
I'm
conference in front
doing
of the
a press
parliament.
conference right in front of the gate, the
I
main
got stuff
gate.
to- I got stuff to announce.
You know, nothing stops you from doing that. But anyway, this is all I think just him wanting to go back to his base and say, "Listen, I know we didn't get anybody elected, but at least we got certain things we never had before." Because the problem now in the Conservative Party is that with this tremendous wave of support that he got, mostly from people that were frustrated of the situation here in Quebec, the pandemic and the fucking
Taxes,
no, the what do you call it?
immigrants.
Everything that we lived through the pandemic, and
What else were they fed up with?
there's a lot of
gays.
there's a lot of conspiracy theories that he himself has admitted that we got a lot of garbage that came into our party. We need to filter them out.
But is
Now
it
these
just because he was accepting anyone that wanted to be?
Dude, he got so much support because everyone was tired of the liberals.
I
Everyone
don't mean
was
voting. I mean the people that he got, like to
even as
to get
candidates. Yeah, even as
he
candidates.
just started accepting.
Yeah, they
everyone.
were fucking
And they all
questionable.
had crazy ideas.
Yeah, they were a bit questionable.
The problem is the gays, and I think he was like, I'm gay. Because he is, huh?
He is gay. Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like,
He is gay.
like what? I thought you were conservative.
Yeah, so
That's really funny.
so now because they got 0, everyone fucking turned against them. They're like, "You fucking asshole! We believed in you. We thought we were gonna govern." Like people that are just delusional. So now he needs to satisfy this fucking growing dissatisfaction within his party, and I just think that he's doing it just to calm them down a little bit.
Okay.
Like But anyway. All that to say, I honestly think that these guys could do much better next election. I mean, they did very well if he plays his
They
cards
need
right.
to change the crazy candidates, get them out.
Yeah.
Put some more regular, real conservatives, which is like fiscal conservatives. I'm saying, like people that want lower taxes, people to have tax breaks and all that. That'll be amazing for the workers. Your friend Jagmeet Singh, Jagmeet Singh,
Judgment.
he has been tweeting.
Quite a bit of
lot,
nonsense.
But most of it is so dumb. I didn't even have the heart yesterday. I was like, I was too tired. He said, take out the GST. And then he said for something, like for workers, overtime, whatever the fuck. It's like, bro, just stop at GST. Just take out the stop it. Why are you such a fucking phony? We need to get rid of taxes. For some people, for a limited amount of time. No, just get rid of fucking taxes, you stupid bitch.
What a bastard.
Such a phony.
This guy has gone downtown all the big corporations.
Yeah.
Loblaws. Why have they been allowed to make profit?
Because they're good at their job, unlike you fucking
And
dummy.
Also, wasn't he part of the people that shut down
Yes,
everybody
you
else's
shut everyone- he's like,
business?
how come they made so much money? Because you stopped everyone else from being allowed to work, you fucking cocksucker. Yeah, I'm not letting this go.
And then you ask him, sorry, excuse me, just what time is it? Quick. Can you look at your Rolex there? Just give me what time is it?
Yeah. Oh, it's the best.
Apparently he owns like 3 Rolexes or something like that.
Well, that's what communists do, bro.
It's a lot of fucking money for a lot of money
you
for a
don't need money.
leftist.
Yeah.
That's why. And you know what? Look, we can.
Why do you need money? I'm the one who wants the Rolex.
Like as good as an ideology, like theoretically, philosophically,
It's a horrible ideology.
Communism is.
I'll shrink it all down because we talked about it backstage yesterday. And it's the problem at universities because universities, especially in the Western world,
They're very left,
they push
yeah.
a lot of Marxist. You know what the problem is? Here's the thing. On paper, all the dummies fall for equality. You're equal at the bottom. And because you don't strive to be better, you know what happens? All communism is, all this Marxist shit, it's this. That's why we have this whole eat the rich mentality. It's if someone is successful, even if they're successful by proper means, they just worked hard, you want to take them down. Fuck this guy, why is he rich? if someone's selling drugs to school children, I get that. But that's not what's happening. Any form of success you want to tear down to bring to your level, that's not equality. What you should want is the ideal of, oh, he could make it. He did that. I could do it too. And I could go up as well. You should try to go up to people that are successful, not tear them down so you're all in the fucking gutter. It's so stupid. They're ruining it for themselves because then the only people that are on top are these fucking politicians.
Like the only real way to make sure that you have a system that is as equal as possible for everyone is to create this sort of opportunity.
Yeah.
So become successful. I, as the government, will give you these means for you to be successful, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want with the money.
We're going to lower taxes so you have more to take home, so you can save a bit, so you can take care of your family. And because now you're saving, you're able to maybe start a side hustle, a business, which in turn will contribute to the government, to overall, and everyone's successful. No. Tax the fuck out of you. Why do you need to be a corporation? Corporations are evil. Why do you want to have a business? Are you fucking stupid? How do you think this shit works? You think if nobody works, they just stay home, this is going to run? You need everything. You need garbage men. You need farmers. You need businesses. How the fuck do you think this runs? What do you think your cell phone runs on imagination? You fucking idiots.
And the context right now is so shitty for fucking businessmen. I had an electrician yesterday over at my house to install a couple things. And he's looking at my panel and he's like, oh, dude, your panel is very old. We should change. I go, okay, whatever. When do you think we can do it? He goes, not for another 2 years. I go, what the fuck? He goes, yeah, no, we don't have panels. I go, what do you mean you don't have panels? How the fuck do you do your work? He goes, forget about it, bro. He goes, there's shortages everywhere.
Oh, my God.
And he goes, a couple weeks ago, I had to drive to fucking Ontario to pick up 3 panels, 2 of which had come from fucking British Columbia, apparently. Who knows? They're the fucking last on the shelves. Who knows? He goes, nothing is available. We don't have breakers. We don't have fucking panels. How do you want these people to do their fucking
Just make it hard on them, yeah. Make it hard on them.
You know? Disgusting. Speaking of taxes, you're saying about lowering taxes. Well, yesterday, the city of Montreal announced its annual budget, and they're increasing taxes.
That's what we need. Everybody lost money. That's what we need right now.
Property taxes are going up by, on average, 4.2% in Montreal.
What?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
4.2%.
But they're being reduced for business. So the business rental or whatever the fuck you call it, the rental, the business taxes in Montreal.
This is what they meant by we're going to tax
they're reducing that.
if your net worth is over $1 million.
It's regular people that don't
It's happening.
It is the
how we
highest.
called it 2 weeks ago.
It is the highest it's ever been since 2010, 2011. Since Tremblay was.
Thank God we didn't just come out of like some fucked up pandemic and we're into a recession. Thank God for that.
Isn't it incredible? Like you would think that let people take a little breather.
Bro, you
right
know what's
now.
crazy? Jeff Bezos
I
came
think
out.
people should take a little breather. These fucking imbeciles don't. And then these idiots that vote for these people, dude, they religiously vote for them. And they go, fuck, you want to lower taxes because you're racist. We got to vote for the people that want to tax me. And then they get mad. They go, I don't have any money. You voted for this.
Yeah.
It's incredible, man. It's incredible
By the
because
way-
like you're seeing, and I have the chart over here, guys. Downtown Montreal, it's the smallest. It's like 1.7%. But I'm looking at the list here, and the areas that have, the probably the bigger percentage of poverty,
Yeah.
they're getting destroyed, man. Look at this, fucking Villeray, Saint Michel, Parkex, 4.5%. My dad will freak out.
Everyone.
Freak out.
That's where immigrants, like new immigrants are there. You fucking. Oh, it's
Verdun
crazy.
3.8. Where is it? Rosemont 3.9. Sud-Ouest 4%.
But-
The West Island. If you're living in the West Island,
You're getting
I
rattled?
apologize. Jesus
rattled?
Christ! Oh my God. Pierrefonds 5.4. Mercy. Hochelaga Maisonneuve is getting ruined 5.7.
Hochelaga Maisonneuve, they're poor people.
Il Bizarre.
Not anymore.
6%. I don't even know why we're laughing. Poor guys.
Wow, that's weird. That was a shitty.
It's crazy.
I should kill
How do you
myself.
like communism now,
Yeah.
bitches?
By the way, the situation is so bad that I don't know if you guys heard recently. Jeff Bezos came out and said the man who profits.
Jefe Bezos.
Yes, the man who literally profits off of consumerism.
Yeah, he said stop buying
He
shit.
said, you guys should maybe hold out.
Hold
on
on to your
buying
money,
stuff.
stop buying shit. He said hold on
Cash
to your money for a while
hand.
because
Business must be doing well for Bezos.
No, he said
No,
shit's looking
no.
dark. You guys are gonna have a very, very dark
Yeah,
time
so he
soon.
said maybe for the holidays, maybe you guys shouldn't buy big shit. Keep
Yeah, and
cash
I've heard
on
about this for a
hand.
long time. People have been telling me, pull out some cash, put on the side, buy, I don't know, precious metals. So like shit's gonna get dark. And I've been hearing this from a lot. When Bezos said it to us, like, okay, they know something.
Yeah.
But there is some fuckery afoot because I even told him. So remember how he brought up BRICS, the union with Russia, China. Okay. So they want to have a currency. Their currency is going to be backed by gold. The way currency should be backed by something. Ours is not. Ours is made up. It's fiat currency.
How crazy is that alliance, by the way, if ever it
It's
goes
a crazy
through?
alliance because now they have Turkey who said, I want to join too. Turkey's part of NATO.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can't trust that country.
full Turks.
Turkey wants to join Algeria. Like all these countries.
Meanwhile,
Egypt.
NATO's doing well, right?
Yeah, you remember that? Your friend Melanie Jolie with the dumbest fucking tweet ever. What a dumb lady. So anyways, so BRICS is going to have a currency backed by, which means if that goes through, everyone else is fucked because it's going to be the only currency that's actually valuable. This is all fake. The currency we have now, this legal tender, is nonsense. Its value is made up. That's why it inflates so quickly. That's why your buying power gets lost so fast. So our Bank of Canada and the Federal Reserve in the States, none of them are really federal. This is all fucking nonsense. But they don't take, on an official stance, they don't take gold or silver seriously. They can't because that's not what they base their money off. They base off the fractional reserve system.
Right.
However, both of them have been stockpiling as much gold as they can get recently. Okay. So it's like they're telling you, they're like, "Ooh, our shit is worthless. So we're going to start stockpiling shit that's actually valuable in the future. But they're not saying it to you. To you, they're still saying, put your money here, buy some of these Ukrainian war bonds, fucking put in your RSC shit that's going to destroy your money. You're basically just giving away this fucking paper. So if you have the opportunity, that's what I would suggest. I'm not a financial expert, but get some gold. Get some. Someone made it clear to me. It goes gold. It goes up and down. It goes, but the price is normally equivalent to what shit actually costs. And he gave me the example. He goes, let's say 10, 15 years ago. Let's say gold was like an ounce or whatever was $600. He goes, that's how much a good suit you could buy for at that time. Now, if it's worth $2,000, that's what a good suit costs. He goes, so you know that you can always buy the same thing with that thing, even though the value of the dollar changes.
Right.
That thing still buys you what it should buy you. And I was like, oh, that's fucking interesting. I didn't think about it like that because the prices, the money is always going to fluctuate because it's nonsense. It's made up. It's fake. And the Bank of Canada announced that they lost $500,000. Oh no, not $500,000. Half a billion dollars. Where'd it go? How did they lose that money? $500 million. They make the money up. How did they lose? Yeah, how did they lose $500 million? Where'd it go? No one's questioning this. Our money, bro. No one's questioning this.
No, but speaking of that alliance, think of how crazy it is. Look at the economic powerhouses that are going to be in there. Oh, well, Russia, I don't even know if it's considered a powerhouse anymore, but China, India.
Oh, Claude Roy just dropped $20 in the chat. He's like, yo, buy gold. I will.
China, India, Turkey, like these are major fucking players, man.
Yeah, they're major players. So these are things that the mainstream media, for some, and I keep saying mainstream media, I fucking sound like a conspiracy theorist, but that's what they are. They're the mainstream media. They're the media that's on the mainstream. They don't fucking talk about this. They don't tell people about this shit, bro, and it's important. People need to know.
I'm sure somewhere.
If in 6 months you can't buy, right now you could pay your rent and do groceries, but in 6 months you're gonna have to choose. You're like 1 month I can't eat. People should fucking know, bro.
What is gold at right now?
2,000 something an ounce.
Yeah,
Canadian, about 2,000 something.
Okay. Goldprice.org. USD, it's 1752.82 per ounce. If I put it in CAD, 2376. Yeah, and it kind of went down.
Yeah, it's a good time to buy.
Yeah, it's been steadily climbing, but mid-November it took a bit of a hit. It's gonna be climbing again.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I just don't know what the fuck is happening anymore.
It's very simple. It's very simple.
No, but there's a lot of weird shit going on, man.
That's because we're about to hit crazy times.
And, you've been saying it. I mean, there's so much attention being given to these organizations like the World Economic Forum and all these other bodies that are just spitting weird shit. Fuck.
Yeah, ideological stuff.
Like what's the base?
Oh, by the way, here's another thing. The World Economic Forum, they think you're all stupid. So remember when they posted in the 2000s, like 6 years ago, they posted, by 2030, you're going to own nothing and you're going to be happy? You remember this?
Yeah.
They had this whole thing about you're going to eat bugs, you're going to own nothing.
Yeah.
Snowpiercer shit.
Everything is going to be rented.
Have you watched that movie?
The government's going to own everything and all that crazy shit, right? When it came out to light, and people were like, yo, what the fuck? I don't agree to this shit. I paid, I work hard, I'm gonna have my house. I work hard, I'm gonna have my car, all that. I don't know if they brought it up back up, I don't think they did, but on their website where that was, they took it down. So this shows to you that even them, if once you get together and there's outrage and you're like, yo, this is unacceptable, they have to back down. The problem is most people do not stand up and say what they really believe. Because I cannot imagine, unless you're stupid, who the fuck wants to give away their rights for simplicity? To be like, isn't it much easier if the government controls everything, bro? My car, I don't know anything. I'm a robot. I go in, I do my task, I go home into their fucking cubicle, and I'm fine.
People that already have nothing.
No reasonable person thinks that way. Even if you have nothing, you want to make something. No reasonable person thinks that way.
You know the question that I always have?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
The question that I have is, okay, what you're saying makes sense. How many people are actually aware of what is happening?
A lot are not. Yeah. And if you bring it up because of the way it's been set up.
They think you're crazy.
Yeah, the way it's been set up in the news. And I know why they think you're crazy when you say it. It's just what's in front of them. So basically on the TV, right? You have CNN, you have CTV. They all basically repeat the same shit.
Yeah.
So that's your reality. So it's telling you it's snowing outside, it's snowing outside, it's snowing outside. You look out the window, it's not snowing, okay?
No, but it's snowing. It's snowing.
So most people will not look out the window. They'll be like, it's snowing outside. And then you're like, it's not snowing. They're like, you're crazy, it's snowing. They said on the news. And you're like, yeah, but if you would just turn your head and look out the window, you can see it's observable yourself that it's not a conspiracy, it's not snowing. They will, even if they look out the fucking window, bro, you know what they're gonna say? That's crazy, bro, it's snowing. Because the news told them. So I've met a lot of people like this. It's kind of like they want to be zombies. And you can't really help these people. It's too far. You have to teach children to have critical thinking, to think for themselves. The problem is schools don't do that anymore. Schools, all they do is they teach kids to repeat, copy paste, that kind of, and they're just building the best employee for these factories. That's all they're doing. Because that's all they want to know. That's what school is. They want to know by the end of it, can this guy go in every day, show up, do what the fuck we tell him, not ask questions? That's a good employee. They don't teach critical thinking.
Yeah.
Of this doesn't make sense because of this. That's what you need to teach kids, critical thinking, so that the next generation fixes what we fucked up.
What I'm afraid, especially in the Western world, there's this growing trend.
Bro, Dominique, that's such a good saying too.
What is he saying?
Pointe la lune,
Yeah.
il regarde ton doigt.
Oh my
Such a good
God. Wow.
Merci, Dominique.
There's this growing.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Whoever this, I wanna meet this person.
That's such a good saying. 'Cause that's exactly what's happening.
Wow.
So there's this growing trend, and I'm afraid that we're becoming more and more polarized, right?
We are, because now you don't want to get out of the. So we're gonna call it, so people understand. We're gonna call it the Matrix because you're in the system. Okay.
No.
It's very hard, and use the movie as an example. It's very hard to pull someone out. So you're used to it now. You know this is how it works. Global news, CTV. This is what they tell me. The second the veil starts getting lifted, it's not a question of, oh fuck, what's really happening? It's not. It's always like, no, because my entire belief structure, it's turned into a religion, has been based on this. If I start telling you, look, man, I know you're fucking 35 years old, and you've been repeating this to people, that's not real.
Yeah.
This is how it really works. Dude, people aren't like, oh, finally, I'm out of the matrix. That's not what they say. They go, no, I can't. They can't. They have this dichotomy of they don't want to, even though they say they want truth, they can't accept that they believe this bullshit their whole lives.
There's a growing sentiment to go against status quo, however, and this is something that we're going to see in the next couple of months. I don't know if you guys heard, like in Alberta, Alberta has like a very pro-Alberta government over there that they want nothing to do with the federal government. Very similar to what Quebec used to be like in the late 70s kind of thing. They just passed a law in Alberta, in the Parliament of Alberta, which is obviously now that it has to go through the Supreme Court because it clearly goes against whatever federal charters are mandated by Ottawa. And that law says that, you know what? We are all Canada is composed by not independent, but separate jurisdictions, right? Each province is its own jurisdiction. We have our own control on our own affairs. And if in the future the federal government applies any law that we don't agree with, we reserve the right to just fucking not apply it
I'm cool with
in
that.
our province. So now that is being questioned, and Quebec is obviously now looking to see what the fuck is going on over there because, obviously with the French laws over here and all that stuff. And if that applies in Alberta, then for sure Quebec is going to be 100% behind that as well,
Goddamn
right?
right.
And it's going to rock the boat. I mean, there's a federal jurisdiction in Canada. There's certain things that it's not... it doesn't belong to the provinces, like on issues related to crime and foreign affairs and all that stuff. So it'd be interesting to see how that evolves. I don't know if you saw, but Legault came out. The Parliament opened yesterday, and his main priority is the language. He's playing the fucking nationalist card that we have to preserve our nationality and our French language and our culture and all that stuff.
He's doing the opposite,
and he's saying that by 2026. Quebec wants to have 100% Francophone immigrants coming in.
I heard this, but that's not a good
That is
idea
a little bit of an issue for me.
Some of the Francophone world out there is garbage. It's true. You're not gonna help the province like that.
No, but automatically you know that he's going to come into conflict with the federal government because that's a shared jurisdiction, at least here in Quebec, right? I mean, it isn't anywhere else in Canada. And anywhere else in Canada, it's a federal government. Here, you want to go there, just apply to Ottawa. I think only Quebec and Ottawa have their own kind of jurisdiction on immigration. I think I could be wrong.
I believe we should have.
So Quebec is really pushing the agenda now to say, "Fuck, we want full control on matters of immigration."
I don't know about full control since you're part of the country, but I think they should have more control. Like you should be allowed to be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah, but then again, 100% francophone. I mean,
No, that I don't agree with because that doesn't work. That's because if that's your basis, you're just gonna get people who are in the francophone world out there that are garbage, and they're gonna be like, they accept me, I'm leaving this garbage to go there. So you don't need that. You need the most qualified people. That's how Quebec's gonna get strong.
And everyone.
And then you need them to adapt and start learning French and like the culture. Why would I want fucking 100 homeless? I don't know. Give me a French-speaking country.
France.
Moroccan. No.
Okay.
Homeless
Tunisia.
Moroccans to come here. Tunisians, let's say. Homeless ones. Instead of having 300 doctors or smart people come from another country and they speak English and they come here and they'll learn French and then they come to the culture. I'd rather have the qualify. I'd rather have Quebec be good. I don't want Quebec to be filled with homeless people, but they could say bonjour. I'd rather have Quebec be on top, have the best of the best.
Because forever that's how
They wouldn't be saying bonjour, they'd be saying yo.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'd rather have Quebec be at the top. Just get
sorry, that's terrible.
and people will learn. If it's nice, if it's friendly, the way I'm trying to do it to bring people in, and it's working. They learn. They like
but they've
French.
always had that, right? Quebec's immigration for the longest time has been based on qualifications. What do we need in our workforce? Let's go find it. Of course, the French language was always the criteria that weighed the most in that application process, but there was a lot to do with your qualifications.
Right now,
was
we
it
need
perfect?
doctors.
No, because you were bringing engineers and doctors, and they were missing qualifications, and they ended up, driving taxis
Exactly,
or doing
that's
other
not
things.
good.
They should have a program in place where they can kind of go over everything they've already learned in their own country and then kind of add to it, like a short program that is paid by the government.
but for
We have a
specific-
lot of qualified people. They come from
Yes.
Pakistan, they come from India, Tunisia, Morocco.
Yeah.
And because they're like, oh, it's a different system or whatever, you're not qualified here. You were a radiologist there, you were a doctor, you're not a doctor here. And they end up, these people are like, fuck, I'm not going back to school. I'm fucking 40 years old. And they end up, like you said, working at grocery stores. Becoming, but these are qualified people.
I'm not s-
And then they talk shit about the system. They go, oh, because you come from, I don't know, Tunisia or Morocco. But then if you go to these countries and you see like the doctors and that, they're fucking qualified, bro. They're good fucking doctors.
My
but
mom-
we're not allowed to have them because they're from Pakistan.
My
It's
mom
so
was
crazy.
my mom
Yeah,
was
it's
telling me
crazy.
a story. She went to the dentist last week or 2 weeks ago, and one of the dental assistants there was this guy from, I think, Morocco. And he was working on my mom's teeth, and she's like, "Oh my god, first time I don't feel anything that you did in my mouth and my teeth,
wow.
whatever." And he goes, "Well, back home I'm a dentist. I had my own practice." And she's like,
Oh,
"What?"
shit.
She goes, "Why aren't you a dentist?" He goes, "Because they told me it's 13 years. Fucking 13 years."
What?
Yeah, they
no,
make you
that's
restart.
absurd.
Yeah.
No. That's insane. I think.
insane.
Look, obviously, don't just throw anyone in the system. You know,
No,
what?
you have to have some kind of standards.
Yes,
Be like, look,
of course.
this here we have this. So let's say you would prescribe this for like little catch-ups and make sure they're good or whatever. But
Yeah.
if you have a legitimate doctor, dentist, this and that, bro, just because they're
Like,
from
what is
another country.
different? Yeah.
So hold on a
13
second. This is the disrespect that I find and it's a little bit racist too what they do. This is disrespect I find. If you were in that country, you're telling me right now you need a doctor. You're gonna tell the guy, "Oh no, t'es Pakistani, no, I want a Quebecer." You're not. So shut the fuck up. And if they're qualified, bro, let them ease in, find a way to add them to our fucking workforce because they're qualified.
Yeah.
You think because they're Pakistani, right, they're less qualified? What are you fucking crazy?
I think the complicated part in this whole procedure.
The color of their skin or the way they talk makes them less qualified to be. Are you bro? You know how dumb that is.
Yeah, I think where it gets complicated.
13 year. Hold on, bro. I just want to address the 13-year shit, bro. That is insane.
Well, yeah, because
I
they
think
take
you
into
should have
account
like
because
maybe
they take into account your entire schooling, right? So let's say, for example, from high school all the way until you graduate university, whatever. Do the math. It's probably around there. So
I
it's
think
like they're sending
there
you back
should
to
be-
fucking complete hours.
It's crazy, bro.
No, like
I
high
think-
school, dude. You're gonna
I
fucking
thi-
read. Come on.
I
I
think
had my
that-
own practice in fucking Bangladesh.
I
Like
think-
that's not a real place.
I think there should be some checks and balances where, like, okay, this guy says he's a dentist, he has the papers and everything from this country. Let's double check. There
Tests,
should be
yeah.
a program
Exactly.
where it lasts
Integration.
6 months to a year. Let's say
Integration for qualified professionals.
exactly. There you go.
It exists. I think that's where the problem is because maybe somewhere down the line,
No, you know how many people I've met that
bugs
come
where
from
they
Brazil?
don't know. For example, yeah, but look, the healthcare system is different. The medication probably they use is different. The techniques they use is probably different. Like an engineer that works fucking in Tunisia where it
That's
never
why-
snows, for example. Obviously, you need to learn certain things that work
Yeah,
here.
that's fine. That's an integration process.
Yeah, that's an integration. But I
but
think
not
where
13 years.
No, but I think where it bugs is that okay, what did you study? Let's see what we have here.
That
and
we
is
can
it
mix.
equivalent?
Yeah,
can we
yeah.
pass it or can? I think that
But
process
also,
there is
here's
where
another
things
thing that
fuck
pisses
up.
me off, bro. It's not that different. Like in health, like if you operate on somebody, like there's a
You're
certain
still operating on human beings.
yeah, you're
So, like,
you're not
no.
operating on aliens,
You
bro.
operated on Africans, bro. We're talking about real people here. Like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
it's nuts,
It's so
bro.
crazy.
Like a heart bypass. Like there's only one correct way to do a heart bypass, bro.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, you're used to those yellow hearts.
You know?
Like, well,
Like,
at
it's
some point, somebody has
insane.
to come out and be like, this is kind of racist. Like, at some point, this is insane, guys. The guy's qualified, but because he looks different, you're like, there's a bit of fuckery afoot.
100%.
Because you go to the States where they have a lot of good doctors, and you have guys, bro, full Indian accents, and they're fucking great doctors, and they're cool. Like, yeah, this guy's cool. Why?
Some of
we
the
want
best doctors-
That's what I love about America. We want the best
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Here, it's like we want the best of the rest. What's left? Like you can't have that.
Yeah, it's insane. Well, some of the best doctors are Indian. Actually, Indians make very good doctors for some reason.
Anybody who comes from a country, anybody who comes from poverty, this will end up working hard. For example, when the Greeks, the Italians, when they first came here and they came from nothing, that's why like Greeks, let's say they own 92% of restaurants in Montreal, whatever it was, is because that generation, not now we've raised degenerate Malisers, but but they came with nothing and they had to, so all they did was work and build and create because they didn't want to live the way they lived then, right? So yeah, that's why India, the same thing with China, bro, they're fucking meticulous. They want to get out of there and go to other places. You should take advantage of the people that want to contribute and work and integrate them to society and teach them. Not be like, fuck you, bro. You didn't grow up speaking French or you didn't grow up speaking English. Bro, you can learn a language. You can learn a language. And especially if the language is nice to you, like here, let's say the culture in Quebec, there's so much. It's nice to you. It brings you in. Bro, you're going to learn. You're going to adapt. Your kids are going to be fully bilingual, and it continues.
I have been thinking about this bullshit for years. Like I remember they used to tell me this shit when I was.
I didn't believe it when I was younger. I thought, nah, bro, this guy wasn't an adult. And then when I grew up and I started I was an adult, like middle adults. I go, oh fuck, that's all it is. Literally, people tell me, it's like, yeah, I was an engineer. Now I Uber. There's nothing else I could do, but I gotta pay the rent.
Yeah.
Absurd shit.
No, but it's at most just do whatever you need. Like do it whatever it is. Fucking 3 years over here.
Wasn't Apu a
can you do the
doctor?
last bit of your
Just
studies?
to make sure this guy's up to stuff.
And I'm sure that you probably don't even need 3 years. And the problem, and I remember
they're
this.
treating all these qualified men like they're ladies.
No, but I remember this was an issue even back when I was in politics because Quebec has foreign delegations in all these countries where, ideally, they're members of the Francophonie, so that's pretty much where they choose their immigrants from. And there was this effort, instead of them coming here and realizing that, shit, I'm stuck. Why the hell did you bring me here? Before they make this process, at least from, back home, a year or 2 years before, that whole process comes, here's what you need, buddy. We have all the requirements for your studies to get for all your qualifications to get your
Up to our
equivalence,
level, whatever we want, the equivalency.
the equivalency. get started now while we work on your file, so that when you're ready to immigrate, those two have kind of merged together and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And that was a big issue back then, and evidently it still hasn't been figured out.
It's a problem, boy. It's a fucking problem.
And back to the thing about 100% immigrants. And I don't know where they're throwing numbers, because obviously they're throwing Montreal under the bus. They're like, oh, especially in Montreal, fuck, it's gone under 50%, and
Under 50% what?
of people speaking French in Montreal.
I don't know how true that is, because I've brought a lot of people over to the French side.
But look, and like the article in La Presse was saying, this is a statistic that has been fucking regurgitated fucking forever.
It's not real.
From Legault. And if we look in the last, what do you call it, the census?
Side.
Yeah, sorry.
There's
Yeah, I'm fine,
over
sorry.
80 here. I'm just looking at that. There's
Just
over
a second.
84.4% of Montrealers that had indicated that they speak or that they could maintain a conversation in French. So I don't understand what numbers they're looking at. I mean, how perfect do you want people to speak French? Like, what's the line? What's the benchmark
Well,
over
ideally,
here?
you want them to be able to speak perfectly.
No, but dude,
I mean, no one wants to go to a city where everyone's retarded.
look, your French isn't perfect, but
My French is
You're
perfect.
asking for a lot out of the
I just
city,
have an
bro.
accent, but my French is good.
Okay, well, there's other people that can maintain a conversation. They can fucking live and survive with French. It doesn't have to be fucking literature level French here.
No.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what they're looking at. Like, where they're saying Montreal is under 50%. I don't know. I'll believe the fucking census. The people themselves say, I speak French.
What do you mean under 50%?
Like less than half the people speak
Yeah.
French. But
That's
it's
not
just
true.
a number they keep saying.
It's-
but
it's
it's not
not
true.
true. It's high.
But that
It
even
seems-
fucking Journal de Montréal and La
That's
Presse
not
is like,
true.
that's not true.
Yeah, I go even in English neighborhoods sometimes, and I'm greeted in French.
You saw that.
Well, what they consider English
You
neighborhoods.
saw that Vox Pop that Guy Nantel put out a couple months ago with the knowledge of French.
I don't remember.
He went in front of Dawson College and he was
Oh,
asking.
I do
these-
remember. Dawson, yeah.
He was asking them these questions. It's the most fucking hilarious thing ever, man. Honestly, but
Yeah, but he went to Dawson.
well, that's the whole thing, because when the whole Bill
It's not
96,
the brightest I got.
when the whole Bill 96 thing came out, where they didn't want the French language to be imposed in CEGEPs, he went and he spoke to English-speaking students.
Yeah.
To see exactly how much they understand French, and maybe perhaps you should learn French, And it was a mess. Oh my god! It was a
Tunisia's
funny-
winning. Let's go.
Oh shit!
Who are they playing?
France.
Yeah, but hold on, Dawson's a bad example, bro. Like,
No, but you know the thing is, because I saw his questions,
hold
and
on.
in their defense, even if he were to ask those questions to French-speaking people, they'd probably get them wrong anyway.
What were some of these questions?
like history-related stuff? Like
oh,
you know what I mean?
that's
So-
dirty. Yeah,
So it's like, dude, it's not a matter of language; it's a matter of education.
but also let's be honest, bro. I was accepted into Dawson, and I'm a fucking lunatic retard.
Look, let's be honest. You were never accepted.
I forced my
You have
way
yet
in.
to be accepted. Society rejects you.
As they should. I'm an anomaly.
What about that fucking tweet that was put out by Russia with
All the anti-gay shit.
Yeah, the anti-gay.
I
stuff.
tweeted back yesterday
I saw it.
because the Russian embassy in Canada tweeted it was a gay flag with the X on it.
Yeah.
And it said everything's about family, and family is between a man and a woman. And people were crazy. So I tweeted. I said, "Gayest tweet ever."
It's ridiculous though to see the differences in culture, right?
So random. It's such a random thing to do, just for no reason. Like, what do you do up to Russia? Fuck these gays in Canada. It's like, why? Like, there's no
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
It's such
like-
a random.
Like, what happened? Where did that come from?
I think they got into an argument with Trudeau.
Bro, you know
at
what?
the
It's like
embassy.
me right now going on Twitter and Fernando be like, "Hey, Mexico, go fuck
You
yourself."
think so? No, maybe-
I'm like, what are you
maybe-
talking?
no.
What did I do to you?
But hold
Maybe
on, hold on.
He's right.
I
Maybe
make an excellent point.
maybe it's in response to
maybe-
Justin Trudeau going to that drag queen show.
No,
And they're like, let's push the
that's
buttons
not what
over
I was saying.
here.
I was saying maybe
There's no
Trudeau had a
explanation.
meeting at the Russian embassy with Russians, and then we're like, hold on, let's piss him off.
No.
I
there
think
was no
if
meeting.
Denmark
I'm calling
can tie
Trudeau
this
gay, bro.
game and Tunisia actually ends
Who's
1-0.
Denmark playing?
Australia, but but Australia's winning.
What
But I
are
think
the
if Australia-
stats? Who's in?
I think if Australia ties and Tunisia wins, Tunisia might get through with France.
God damn.
But we need Denmark to tie, and we'll need Tunisia to maintain this. I love this stuff.
There's a lot of exciting soccer, man, this time around. And you know what I've noticed? A lot of these quote-unquote non-soccer nations are causing surprises. People haven't realized that a lot of these local players are playing for huge clubs.
No,
in
Tunisia's
huge
not.
leagues.
You're looking, Jorge. You're looking at the wrong. You're looking at the live stats right now. They're not gonna. It's showing you the points that they have. If it would end right now, the games they don't have that many points. Tunisia can't get 7 points. I think Tunisia's maximum is 4 that they can get.
Everything okay? Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that are surprised by all these little nations.
Yeah, let's go Tunisia.
Like fucking South Korea. Fucking, they're playing amazing soccer. And people are like, oh shit, yeah, what? They play soccer over there?
Of course, yeah, I always knew this.
It's like, dude, yeah. And not only that, a lot of their players are playing in big teams, big leagues. Like,
You're talking about the Koreans?
Koreans,
The
even
Koreans.
even some African nations.
Whoa.
What?
We don't say that around here.
African nations?
No.
What are they?
African republics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're Chinese.
Be respectful.
Under the Chinese empire.
Well, no, I said the republics is the opposite. Do you know what republic means or no? There's just words.
I was just trying to go somewhere else with it.
This is fucking... Go on.
Who's gonna win?
How the fuck should I know, bro? I'm a fortune teller.
Who do you have? Who do you have? Who
Like
are
the
your
whole
picks?
World Cup? Well, let's watch. I would like to see Portugal win. I like the Portuguese. I like Cristiano Ronaldo. But it would be also nice to see Messi win something.
Who's the last champ? It was France, right?
France still has a very good team. Benzema, I think, might be coming back. He was injured. He left, and he might be flying back, what they said. There's a lot of good teams I like. I would like to see Croatia go far again. If Serbia can make it through. But Serbia, I think, fucked up their whole... There's a lot of teams I like. Mexico, I like.
I feel bad about Messi because I'd
Mexico
love for
has
him
really
to
cool
win,
jerseys.
but that fucking team just can't get it together. I was watching Argentina. I can't remember which team they were playing, and I was like, "Jeez, how the fuck did this team qualify?" I put a tweet out. I'm like, I'm convinced if Argentina was not in the Americas and they had to compete with other European countries, they would never qualify for the fucking World Cup.
Well, Argentina, they have a lot of talent, but I don't think the players that they pick, and I've said this about Argentina at the beginning of the tournament too, when they lost to Saudi Arabia, they don't. It's very political. It's like how Greece was for the way they pick the players, because there's a lot of good players that never represent the national team in Argentina. For example, Ignacio Scocco. Now he retired. Bro, Scocco was phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal player. He was scoring from fucking center field. Phenomenal.
Oh, shit.
Not on the national team. Right now, bro, captain of Bayak Athens, Sergio Araujo. Bro, Araujo is fucking... He plays that utility every man position. He's captain of the team. He's supposed to be center forward. Bro, he's everywhere. He's bringing the ball from center field all the way up. He's everywhere. He's running up. He's defending, bro. They're coming back. They're one-on-one, let's say, with one of the side backs. And Araujo pops out of nowhere.
Like Roberto Carlos. Remember him?
But he was actually playing
horse.
back. You need these kind of players. They don't pick them. They pick politically who's on... So you don't have a strong, cohesive team. You need these fucking players.
You were probably too young to remember this, but in '94, when Greece qualified for the first time ever in the World Cup,
I was 1 year old.
There was such a huge...
Don't brag. Don't brag.
There was such a huge controversy because the team that actually helped
Fernando
Greece...
Santos leading Portugal right now. One of the reasons why, because like you said in the chat, fucking Greekster, bro. Fernando Santos like goddamn Greekster. They even had to ask him. They go, "Can you stop smoking?" He would smoke all. He's stressed. I watched it again. They go, "Bro, it's a FIFA international. You can't smoke." He's like, "What are you talking about, bro? I was in Greece for so many years. Of course you can smoke." He's like, "No, that's just there. That's that weird place on the planet where people can fucking smoke in the field. Nowhere else can you do this." This guy wants his coffee and his cigarette, bro, while he's fucking coaching.
No, but the '94 Greece team, I remember the team that actually helped Greece qualify. Those players. Suddenly they weren't in that team that actually played during the World Cup. They brought in all the fucking veterans that were about to retire because they brought back Saravaco and fucking Mitropulo and Minu.
Machlas was there. Machlas was good at the time.
Machlas, what a name.
They all just were partying. They were there every night. They were partying. People had stories about them. They go, yeah, like the next day they were playing Argentina, and I think they were playing Maradona. Like Maradona.
Yeah, I remember that game.
And they were, instead of practicing, they skipped practice and they were at strip clubs. And, and they would show up. They go, you can't be late. You have to, like, by 7 p.m. you have to be. And then they'd show up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And say, yo, we gotta get out at 7 a.m. Don't worry, I got this, bro. Like, they didn't give a fuck, so they were getting destroyed.
This makes me weirdly proud of.
No, it was very embarrassing.
It's so fucking typical, man. Zero organization.
Where was this?
It was in the U.S. It was in the U.S.
Senegal, I'm happy with Senegal.
Was it L.A.?
No wonder they were just going to strip clubs, bro. They don't have that shit at the time. They didn't have strip
Yeah, of course they did, bro.
They did?
Yeah.
U.S. didn't have strip clubs in the 90s.
Greece.
Of course they did, bro.
Oh, God, you're crazy, man.
Greece had strip clubs since the ancient times, bro. Greece doesn't have the same
They
taboos.
never left. They're
Yeah, they
actually
don't
still
have-
at the same place.
Yeah. Greece doesn't have the same taboos with sex as they did in North America.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Really, I never noticed.
That's where they were invented, bro.
Probably, yeah.
How come?
Strip. Good.
It's fascinating to me how soccer. Like, look, I don't follow soccer as much as
Yeah.
you guys do, but every time there's either the
It's just
Euro
me.
Cup
No one
or
else.
the World Cup. No, there's a lot of soccer fans,
No, I
but
mean,
it
like
just
with the crew, everyone's like, yeah, we're annoyed, bro. No one else cares as much as me. I'm getting him to care a bit because I care all the time. So he's like,
no. But what I
he's
find
emotionally
amazing
invested,
is
but
that
nobody gives a
what
shit.
I find amazing is that this fucking tournament. It brings life to fucking people everywhere. Like every 4 years, you have this or the Euro Cup or whatever. People seem to just forget about what they're doing, and they like for 2 weeks they're just gonna follow the tournament.
Denmark, please score, you stupid sons of bitches. Let the Tunisians go through, score.
That's fucking
Unless the other possibility I think would be if Tunisia scores. How many goals on France? Let's see here. What's the goal differential? If Tunisia scores, no,
Oh fuck, bro. They must
because I
be
think
in
Australia had beat Tunisia, so they're fucked. They need Australia to not win their game. Yeah.
might happen. Morocco's playing fucking well.
Yeah, but Morocco has a good
Jesus
team.
Christ, man.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, see, I don't follow soccer.
Iran
When I see,
had a good team, just
Yeah.
that they weren't allowed to practice for the longest time. But Iran had a good team too. All right, I gotta go make a phone call. You
Let's
give
end
him
it.
the news.
Let's end it.
What do you mean ended?
we're done. I don't have any more.
You don't have
news.
any more news?
No.
All right.
Wow.
That's what it is.
Tonight, me, Poseidon, maybe this guy's gonna pass by, get some drinks, some other secret guests. We'll be at the 3rd floor comedy club on Crescent, right on top of Stogie's. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Tomorrow on the Patreon, a new French cast comes out with fan favorites, Les Denis Drolet. So very good episode, one of my favorites that I've done in a very long time. Check that out. I Am Poseidon is his link tree. This man, the Backstage Podcast, man, you can find him online. It's George Chanzrizos. Links are in the description. Follow his podcast, subscribe, tell your friends. Thank you, people, and go fuck yourselves.
Take care.